What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you another episode in the series of how many shares of a certain company do you need. So in this episode, we will be doing SCHD. That's the company we will be covering in this episode. But this is the list that I do have that I will be going in order for this series. So let me know in the comment section if there's a specific company you want me to go over that you don't see in the list or that I have not covered in the playlist so far. So let me know while you're down there. Make sure that you're subscribed, hit that bell notification if you have not done so, and drop a big thumbs up on the videos to help out the channel. But yeah, we will be going over SCHD. We're going to go over the company, or this is really a fund, but we're going to be going over it, the price, market cap, etc. Then we'll jump into the dividend scorecard, and then we'll calculate how much do you have to be invested in this company to make $1,000 every single month, as well how much do you need to own of this to make $100 every single month, and then also how much do you need to own to make $100 every single week. It'll be some very fun calculations that I do like to do. And then we'll wrap the video up by looking at the yield, dividend yield, and see when the best entry point this was to enter. So we will find out if currently right now it's the best opportunity to enter SCHD. But let's go ahead and jump over here to Seeking Alpha. So it's SCHD, Charles Schwab Strategic Trust. So it's actually a U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. So if we look at the fund profile, Charles Strategic Trust, you'll see that is an exchange-traded fund launched and managed by Charles Schwab's Investment Management Inc. It invests in public equity markets of the United States. It invests in stocks of companies operating across energy, materials, industrials, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, healthcare, financials, information technology, communication services, utility sectors. Man, the majority of everything. It invests in growth and value stocks of companies across the diversified market capitalization. It also invests in dividend-paying stocks of companies. It seeks to track the performance of the Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 Index by using full replication techniques. So pretty sweet ETF. And if we look at fund details, it's a U.S. equity issuer, Schwab. It actually started in October 20th of 2011. You'll see expense ratio is about 0.06%. And then if we look down here at the holdings, you can see the breakdown of this ETF. So financials, technology, industrials, consumer defensive, healthcare, and you can look at the different breakdowns for this. You could actually scroll down some and look at the top holdings for this, and you can see Pepsi's on there, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, Verizon, Cisco, the Home Depot. Pretty cool. And then yeah, that's really it for the fund profile. Let's jump over here, and seems like a pretty great one. I know a lot of my subscribers do own it, so I think this will be a fun video to record. But you'll see 52-week range. The lowest it's gone down is $69.86 in the 52 weeks. The highest it's gone up is to $82.48. If we look at the expense ratio, again, it's at 0.06%. Frequency that they pay out is quarterly, which majority of the companies pay out frequently. Dividend rate, $2.82 per share you own. And then yield is 3.92%, which is pretty great there. And then we look at assets, is 31.78 billion. I guess you could almost assume this is kind of like the market cap. And then we can look at the dividend scorecard, guys. So if we scroll down, you'll see that dividend summary, dividend yield again is 3.92%. Annual payout is $2.82. And this is actually for every one share of this ETF that you own, you'll get $2.82 in the full year. Then you break this up by 4 because they pay out quarterly. Payout ratio, there's nothing since it's an ETF. 5-year CAGR, this is how much on average in the past 5 years they've raised their dividend. So that's 13.32%, which is pretty great actually, because it's a double digit. And if we look at the dividend growth, it says 10 years. I'm not sure if Seeking Alpha is correct on this one. They've known to get this one incorrect, so let me know in the comment section if it's not 10 years. But you'll see they do pay out quarterly. They pay out about 70 cents per share that you own, and so pretty great. But that is SCHD. Let's pull up the calculator, guys, so that we can actually do some calculations. First one we want to do is, hey, how much of this company do you need to have invested to make about $1,000 every single month? That would be the dream right there. So we want to make $1,000, and there's actually 12 months in a year. So you're gonna multiply that times 12. So we roughly need to own we need to make about $12,000 every year from this company. So now you're gonna divide this amount by the annual payout, the $2.82. This will give you the number of shares you would have to own of this company or ETF. I'm gonna probably keep saying company, but I'm meaning ETF, guys. But you'd roughly need to own about 4,255 shares of the ETF. So now you're gonna multiply that times the share price, and that's actually gonna give you a total of $305,702 that you'd have to be invested in Charles Schwab. Quite a bit of money, but imagine that double digit 5-year CAGR. Pretty sweet. It's an ETF, and you're pretty well diversified if we look at those holdings. So it's actually an ETF that I really should be having in my portfolio. I just never have added it, but it's pretty sweet. But let me know in the comment section if you own SCHD. Quick way that you want to calculate this, if you don't want to go through all this math here, you could actually do the 12,000 that you want to make, then you divide it by the dividend yield, and that gives you roughly around $306,000. So that's how much you'd have to own to actually make about $12,000 a month. Not 12,000 a month, but 12,000 a year. That'd be pretty great. $1,000 every single month. Man, that's a lot of money. But let's look at the next one, which is how much do you need to own of this company to make $100 every single month? Honestly, you could just divide the previous result by 10 because it's divisible and you'll get that answer. But 100 times 12, because there's 12 months in a year, so we need to make about $1,200 in the year. Then you just divide this by the annual payout, $2.82, and we need to have about 425 shares, which I think is a lot more achievable. And then you just multiply that times the share price. But remember, guys, a lot of this stuff, you invest 1 year, and for a long-term horizon like 10 years, you could eventually reach this, but you'd have to own about $30,570. I think this is a more achievable goal that somebody could get, especially with dollar cost averaging, continue to reinvest the dividends, and then those dividend growth rates, they just compound over time, and I think you could achieve that. And again, you get a tax benefit from all this stuff, so it's pretty sweet. So about $30,000 is what you'd have to own to make about $100 every single month. And then quick way to calculate this, 1,200 divided by the dividend yield, 0.0392, and so that's about 30,000. That's the quick way to calculate this. Let's go ahead and do the last one, guys, which is how much do you need to own of this company to make $100 every single week? This one, imagine every single week you get $100 from this company. That would be pretty great. But you multiply this times 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year, and you need to roughly make about 5,200 a year. So you divide this by the annual payout, so $2.82, and this is how many shares you need to own to achieve that, 1,843 shares. You'll multiply that times the $71.84, and that means you need to have about roughly $132,470 of invested in Charles Schwab of the SCHD ETF. And if we actually quickly find this information by 5,200, divide this by 0.0392, you can see that the answer is calculated pretty fast with this, around 132,000 again. So that's the quick way to calculate this. Still requires quite a bit of money. I think the $100 every single month is a lot more achievable, but you know, over the long term, I think everybody can achieve it. That's what I plan to do. I'm planning to invest for 10, 15, 20 years. We'll see. We'll come back in 15 years. I think we'll come back in 10 years and see how much the portfolio has grown, much larger. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up this video by looking at the dividend yield here. So if you look here, this is actually the dividend yield of SCHD. And then this is the graph over the past 5 years. So if you see the graph of this value up higher, that means the dividend yield was much higher, and technically the price of the ETF was down much less. So you'll see in March 2020, this was a great opportunity. You could have started a position with a 4.37% dividend yield, meaning that you would actually need less capital to achieve those other calculations we did. But you'll see over time this company or ETF has gone up in value. Slowly it's actually been going down now, and so it's 3.38, and previously 2021 it was around the 2.82%. So definitely March, and it's starting to get pretty attractive now with the 3% dividend yield, which is actually pretty safe, and it actually has some pretty great holdings. But actually guys, this is all I have for you guys in this video. Again, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification if you have not done so, and drop a big thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comment section if you own SCHD, or also any new companies you want me to add to the list so that I can make a video in this series. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.